Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do something different this video. I don't think I've ever done this before, and bear with me because this is my first time doing a video like this. It's the new year, it's 2017. I thought I would, go outside of my box a bit. Um, Last year, I always watched Kimberly Clark's anti-haul videos. I love her videos for anti-hauling. She really, um, you know, takes out that urge to shop for just stupid garbage in makeup. Not like it's stupid garbage, maybe I word that wrong, but waste of money. Waste of money. You could put that money somewhere else. You can put it towards a spa day. You could put it towards paying off a bill. You could put it towards a new outfit, aside from buying just, makeup galore. So I wanted to do one because I have a few items that I want, but I'm not going to buy. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to buy them. So the first one I am going to pass on is the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette number 28. Now, if you guys don't know what that palette looks like, I'm going to insert a picture here. And this palette is $305 Canadian. That is right. $305 Canadian. Can you believe that? I'm at a loss for words. I really am. I have no words. I really don't. Let's see if I can show you. This is what, in case I can't insert the photo, this is what it looks like. Again, $305. I can't justify dealing with a palette that is almost $500 with taxes. I think with taxes you're looking at just, close to $500. Um, I hear all kinds of great things about Natasha Denona's shadows, but what I don't understand is what is so different aside from her shadows than Anastasia's shadows, than MAC shadows, than Makeup Geek shadows, than Tarte shadows. They all are very pigmented. Anastasia's are super, super buttery and creamy and easy to blend. They all do the same thing. So why are you charging your consumer a freaking arm and a leg for a palette, an eyeshadow palette? Some people can't even afford to buy their next dinner meal, and you're charging an eyeshadow palette for fucking $305. Natasha Denona needs to get this stick out of her ass. Like, seriously. I'm not gonna buy it. It's as much as the colors are beautiful, I can't justify spending that amount of money on a product that, even though should last you for a while, it's not justifiable. Not justifiable. I'm sorry. I just can't. It won't happen. Um, the next product that I'm not gonna buy was the Ambient Lighting Edit Surreal Light palette limited edition. This was the $95 palette. I'm gonna insert a picture here. Um, but this is what it looks like in case I can't get the picture inserted. So, it's got that marble packaging with the marble interior of the highlighting products, and then it's got this like straight ass, it doesn't even look shimmery, this product, kind of like a setting powder. And it's got like a bronze and like a bronzy highlight, and then some rosy golds and, some rosy toned cheek colors. I don't think so. I think that Becca makes way better highlighters if I want a highlighter. Um, and they're more pigmented. I swatched these in store and they weren't all that great. Maybe if you're more fairer, you might get used to this, but for someone who's medium skin tone like I am or darker, these will do shit for you. And the palette is $95. That's $100. Over $100 including taxes. Like, it's not worth it. I wouldn't waste my money on it. I don't think I will waste my money on it. And we're moving on. The next palette I want to talk about is the Too Faced Bonbons palette. And funny enough is that this palette has been in the market for quite a while. A lot of people love this palette, and you know, I see a lot of neutral tones and a few pops of color, which is what most palettes are. They have a lot of neutral tones, or most of them have neutral tones with pops of color. Like the Chocolate Bar palette, I love. This one was the Sweet Bonbons palette, so it was kind of mimicking the same idea of the chocolate bar. Oh my god. But this Sweet Bonbons palette, I don't know, like the shadows are in heart form, and I'm pretty sure that the shadow pans are smaller than the regular Chocolate Bar palette. And they're just regular, similar neutral colors that you can find in any other palette. So I am not gonna, go and invest in this particular palette. I think it's not worth it. I believe it's like 58 bucks plus taxes. So, Canadian, that's a lot of money. So we're gonna move on from that. The next palette that I do actually want, but I will not get, is the Narcissist Unfiltered Cheek Palette. This is what it is. It's $76 Canadian. You get 6 cheek colors. I don't think I'll be getting this. Why? Well, because first of all, this is for darker skin tones, like super, super darker skin tones. I'm not very, very dark. Um, this this particular blush right here looks like it would come off super, super bright on my face. This purple one here as well, like these are just super dark, made for more darker, like much darker skin tones. I've swatched the NARS palettes in the Sephora that I go to on a regular basis, might I add. And I don't know what it is, but the NARS palettes just don't perform the same way as their individual cheek palette, like their cheek blushes. So I don't know if it's just because, their actual limited edition palettes are made more cheaply, but I just find that their cheek pans, their individual cheek pans, are just better quality than what is in their actual limited edition cheek palettes. That's just my opinion. So no, I'm not going to spend the $75, $76 on it because it's just a waste. Okay, my last one I'm going to talk about in this video because I see this around and people rave about it, and I don't see anything special. This is the Too Faced Boudoir Eyes Palette. I think it comes with 2 shimmery highlights, 1 matte cream, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 of the 6 shimmery shadows. I can't really tell from the actual photo, but when I swatched it in stores, I didn't really see anything great about it. Like, the pigmentation was alright. The colors were mediocre. I mean, these are similar colors that you can find in the Tartelette palette. I'm not going to go and purchase a palette that I have similar colors in the Tartelette palette. If you have the Tartelette palette, you don't need the Boudoir Eyes from Too Faced, because the first Tartelette palette is actually very purpley toned. So you're pretty much good to go. And the Tartelette palette is all matte, so it's better. This one, not worth it. I think it's $45 Canadian. I will not purchase it. It is not worth my time, not worth my money. I am very particular when it comes to Too Faced shadows. I personally would recommend the Chocolate Bar palette by all means. And what is the other one that I have? Is that the only one that I have by Too Faced? I have another limited edition palette, but it's no longer available, so you guys won't even know it's around. But when it comes to Too Faced, yeah, I think that's the only palette that I own, which is quite surprising. Yeah, what can I say, you guys? Like, I have my certain companies that I really love when it comes to certain products, and then I have other companies where I just don't I'm not into their shadow formulas. Too Faced, their chocolate bar is a great formula. The limited edition palette that I have from like Christmases ago is not my favorite at all. I love their bronzer, the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I love their bronzer, don't get me wrong there. But their palettes are kind of a hit and miss type of deal. Tarte, love their palettes. Most of their palettes I actually enjoy. Urban Decay, I have all their Naked palettes, but that's pretty much it. All the other palettes that I used to have, like their shadow boxes, and, you know, I gave them all away. Their quality of those boxes are just not there like the Urban Decay ones are, and the Naked Basics palettes are. So I gave the shadow boxes, the limited edition palettes away because they just didn't have that same spunk as I love. What I'm starting to truly love more and more, aside from like my MAC shadows and my Stila shadows, are Anastasia shadows. I think Anastasia shadows are a great starter if you want something that's easy to work with as well. Makeup Geek is up there too. There's a whole bunch of different shadow lines that they give a great pigment payoff, a great blendability payoff, but you're not having to break the bank. Like that Natasha Denona palette, I swear to you guys, I sit here and I wonder where the fuck she thought that she could get away with creating a $300 palette and people actually buying it. And I know some people do have them, but it's not because they bought them. It's because they got it sent to them for PR. So I'm still yet to find someone who actually spent the $305 on this palette. If you paid for it, let me know down below, because you know, all of the beauty gurus, all of the YouTubers out there that have shown Natasha Denona products, I can guarantee that they had them sent to them. They didn't buy them out of their own pocket. I'm sorry, I don't think I would ever purchase a Natasha Denona palette out of my own pocket. Now, if I got it as a gift, that's something different, but it just blows me away on YouTubers trying to push such an expensive product. Natasha Denona, I believe, came out really hardcore in the eyeshadow industry just recently. Like, I started noticing her name come up in the year 2016 more so than previous years. And I still don't understand why everybody is raving about them. And when I mean everybody, I mean YouTubers, because I don't think I've seen any regular girl or boy come on YouTube and say, guess what? I spent $300 on this palette, and guess what? I love it so much like the rest of my palettes. It doesn't work that way, guys. It doesn't work that way. Be very, very conscious of what they're selling to you on the internet. I have noticed that a lot of the larger YouTubers with a bigger subscribe count have had this product sent to them in return for a review, something like that, and most of the time the reviews are, oh, this is great, you need it in your life. Well, no, I can buy a beautiful makeup palette for a fraction of that $305. You know, my Tarte's Pro palette was $70 and Canadian, and it was worth it. And I got like legitimately over half of the amount of shadows I would in a Natasha Denona palette, and the quality is still good. You guys don't see. I'm noticing more and more as I'm doing more research and I'm watching more other people's videos that there's a lot of product that's pushed on viewers like us who we actually trust their opinions. And, you know, I do product reviews too, and I give my opinions, and I'm here to tell you right now, if I have never said this before, which I believe I know I did, I never tell you guys I like a product if I don't truly like it. I will never ever tell you guys that I like a product if I don't truly like it. That is something that I'm very, very strong on. I work hard at my full-time job. I do YouTube as a part-time hobby. It's not something I do for a living. It's just something I'm very, very, very passionate about. So, you know, with that said, just remember when you see those reviews out there on Natasha Denona products and, you know, stuff like that, take it with a grain of salt, because most of the time those YouTubers have received that product for review for free. So of course they're going to love it. Anything free is, to a lot of people is a great. But if you were to dish out your own dollars on that palette, would you really like it for $305? $305 is a lot of money that people can use for rent, for bills, for anything else in this world aside from buying a freaking eyeshadow palette. I think it's retarded. Retarded. I have no words. I have no words. It's ridiculous. Anyways, my rant is over. This was my anti-haul, my first anti-haul. I don't know if I'll do another one. I just wanted to kind of give you guys my, opinions on certain items that I'm not going to purchase because as much as I kind of want to try them, I don't think they're going to be worth the money. I could put that money somewhere else in my life. So, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mwah!